The biggest lie that we buy into, like say hypothetically, I wanted to be the most evil emperor of the world, and I wanted to stifle all of you and keep you stuck and keep you shy. You want to know the lie I would try to convince you of? That you are important. That's the lie that messes us up. We're all convinced of it. You are important. You are special. You are a somebody. And we're like, we are? Am I special? Am I destined for greatness? You watch movies growing up. You see princes and princesses. Again, the special. They have this destiny, this purpose. And we're like, that is me. That is me. Now, why is that actually quite damaging? Think of all the pressure you now put on yourself. If you're special, if you're important, if all eyes are on you, is it easy to experience anxiety or social anxiety? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, because you feel like a celebrity. You're walking down the street, you're like, what are people thinking of special little me? Are they judging what I'm wearing today? Oh, do I live up to the reputation that I have in the eyes of strangers? When in reality, you have no reputation in their eyes because you're a nobody, but you are convinced you are. What do people in this seminar think of me? What does Julien think of me? I'm the hero, right? I'm this special being. I'm so important. What if I fail at my goals? What if I take risks and I get judged? People will remember it forever. It'll be this tale that will be passed down through generations. My kids will talk about it. My neighbors' kids will talk about it. Their kids will talk about it. Have you heard of the story of this person who took a risk and failed? And we literally live in this delusional reality of self-importance, thinking we're some kind of celebrity. Walking down the street, fans, 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 fans. Realize this. Break the lie. You have no fans. You are not a celebrity. You are not important. You are not special. You are a nobody, and nobody cares about you, and nobody is judging you, and nobody is thinking of you. Now, hearing that, it's going to trigger your ego, because your ego likes thinking you are quite special. What do you mean, Julien? I'm a nobody? No one cares about me? And you can fall into the trap then of just feeling sorry for yourself. No one cares. I'm not special. I thought I was. The movies told me I was. Or you can take in the freedom that comes with this. Wait a minute. If I have no fans, no critics, no one following me around, judging every little thing that I do, I can actually be free. I can actually take risks. I can actually play to win, because even if I fail, no one is actually there to judge me because no one cares. That's why it's the biggest lie. It's a thing that keeps us stuck. And social media will amplify this, where you might post a picture and it's even just the few friends you have. You get some likes, you're like, oh yes, I'm a somebody. What will these likers think of me if I fail, if I embarrass myself? I got to please the likers. And you become a little slave to the likes. Come on, likes. Please, please. Come on, likes. Just chasing the likes. And ultimately, think of what it does to your self-esteem. You start valuing the likes, the hearts, the social media approval, the in-person approval more than who you even are, more than yourself, more than your opinions, more than your creations. Someone states an opinion, they get a lot of likes, you're like, okay, the opinion matters. State another opinion, less likes, I guess it doesn't matter. Put yourself out there, here's me, I express myself. Do people like it? Do you like the story? Do you like the video? No, less than usual. And ultimately, it's like, why are you not living for you? Why are you not staying true to you? Why are you chasing these likes? And again, who are these people who like you? And do they actually think of you all the time? So take this in. You want to break free, you want to be confident, you want to actually start living? Ultimately, celebrate your own insignificance. There's such a freedom in that. Who really wants you to be special? Your ego. That's it. And audit in your life, what are all the ways you are trying to be special, or what are all the ways you are trying to be significant? We always think significant means glorious and succeeding, but not necessarily. Some people love being significant by failing all the time. And they get attention. Are you failing again? Oh, how can we help? Look at all the attention I'm getting. That's what your ego's thinking. You might be saying, well, it's not necessarily good attention. So, what is your ego saying? I'm being validated. I am being acknowledged. And if you're being acknowledged, we confuse that with, again, importance and love. And ultimately it's, oh, it gives me the right to exist. When I'm being acknowledged, I'm existing. I cannot exist if I'm not acknowledged. Same with social media. Do you even exist if you're not on social media and other people don't see it? Does your food even matter if you don't post a picture of it? Did it even happen? That's what the ego wants. It's also deeply ingrained in us from conditioning, right? From a young age, guess what? Approval when you were a child did mean survival. It's oxygen. If you didn't if you weren't approved of by whoever's raising you, you believe, well, if they don't approve of me, they might get rid of me, and I'm too young to live on my own, so I need them to approve of me or I'm screwed. But I realize now that approval isn't oxygen. You're not going to melt if you get disapproved of, and you're not going to melt if no one notices you. And there's a certain freedom in that. People at the beginning, even of their journey towards success, by the way, they're like, I can't wait till I'm famous. I can't wait till people know who I am. And they're still afraid to take risks. They can't wait to have a reputation. Yet, if you're at the bottom, it's actually awesome to not have a reputation. Because a reputation will just stifle you more. That means you're free. Take risks. Fail. You have nothing to maintain. The more successful you become, the more you even get a reputation. The key there is to still try to stay in touch with this part of you that's like, hey, no reputation, let's just be me. That's what I do, by the way. So much of this work is stay in touch with that first version of you that had no reputation, who could just be. Don't let success become this new prison. Stay true to it. And don't try to seek significance like that. Now you can sink into some triggering questions, which is what I would do here too, which is, hey, what if I'm not special? Can I be okay with that? And you're going to feel sensations trigger. No! No! Stuff to let go of. What if I'm just like everyone else? No! Let go. Why do I have to be so unique? What if I'm not significant? What if I'm not the center of the universe? What if I'm just not that important? Can I be okay with that? Whatever gets triggered, let go. And then it's really freeing. It really is. And you also realize that whatever significance you're after out there, whatever approval you're after out there, you're actually secretly, you want it in here. Now, on an external level, what I would say is get disillusioned with approval. Really do. Take it off the pedestal. People ask me, like, how do you stop caring what people think? Well, deep inner work, of course, but on the external, it's realizing that what people think of you isn't that valuable to begin with. And people's opinions change so fast, why would you even care? Meaning, people who tend to love me the most, super fans, so to say, always turn into haters. 99% of the time. Anytime I see a super fan, I'm like, this person's gonna hate me. Might be in a month, might be in a year, might be in 5 years. Eventually they're gonna hate me. Can you guess why for the most part? Because if they're a super fan, they're placing me on a pedestal. They're not actually viewing me as a human. They're projecting and speculating, and when they realize that, hey, he's only mortal, he's not this, they get upset, disillusioned, and they turn into a hater. So people are like, I just wish I had all these fans and people who obsessed over me. No. One, it doesn't change you. People can obsess as much as they want. You're still you. People are like, if only I had 100 people who loved me, I could finally love myself. Nah, you'll still hate yourself. And two, they don't actually love you. They love the projection of you, the image they have in their mind. So it doesn't do anything. And they'll hate you soon enough. And I've seen so many people go back and forth too. Someone, even at an event recently in Berlin, it's like, oh, I love you, sending messages. This guy's so great. And then the day after the event, something triggered him a bit, sends an email, Julien, I hope you have cancer and you die. You're a piece of garbage. For real, and this happens all the time. And then probably in a couple weeks, oh, I'm so sorry, I love you again. Week after that, you didn't respond, I hope you have cancer again. It's literally the song Stand by Eminem. That's it. That's the behind the scenes of approval. Everyone has this fantasy of what it's like to be a somebody, be famous. You just have a bunch of stands. I wrote you, but you still didn't answer. What's going on? And they read into it. People think I talk to them through my videos in code words, send me long audios and emails. The more you're actually liked, the more people put you on a pedestal, the more chances you are of someone killing you and murdering you. It's not the haters who kill you, by the way. It isn't. It's the superfans. They'll kill you. That's the reality. And yet that's what our ego thinks is the promised land. It isn't. And you don't have to get there to realize it didn't work. You can already realize now. What are all those finish lines the ego painted in your mind? Once I finally get this, when I prove this person wrong, say you did. Now you're after the next thing and the next thing. Let go of that significance. It doesn't matter. And in reality, you're not that significant. Like I said, even the super fans, it's like if someone really sees, it's like they're not going to see you. And they'll forget about you. They do. All those things of importance, it's us, in a way, hypnotizing ourselves into these delusions of grandeur. Even me, talking about this, super fan, so on and so forth. Say I were to die right now, how long would you think of me? Maybe since you're here in person, you'd be like, oh, and telling your friends about it. Maybe every now and then. Eventually you'll forget about me, or in 10, 20 years, it'll be the story you remember at times. You're like, oh, this one crazy thing, the speaker died right in front of me on stage. That's it. For the most part, you'd forget. Think of all these celebrities who died. People might have had a great impression on you. People might have accomplished more than any of us ever had. How often you think about them. And that's like top list, like celebrities. Same here. If you had grandparents who passed away, how often do you really think about them? Every now and then, but not that often. That's your fucking grandparent. How often do you think of friends who you lost throughout the years, 5, 10 years ago? There's so many you forgot about. Like, oh yeah, we were friends, forgot about that person. In a way, we're all insignificant. The ego hates it, but that's the freedom. I don't have a reputation to maintain. It's all these mind games. Hey, I'm not that special. Great. Funny enough, by giving up on this idea of being special and different, you will feel much more connected to others. Because that means you're like everyone else. Special means different, disconnected. The same as thinking there is someone to prove wrong or someone to impress. Thinking you have to justify your existence. Look at everything I accomplished. Do I deserve to live now? You don't have to justify your existence. You weren't born to prove yourself to your parents, to the universe, to society. That's not living. You don't have to defend the fact that you were born. Look, is my life worthy? Did I make you all proud? You're just meant to live. That's it. Enough with the movies. By buying less into that glory, your real life becomes more glorious. You actually also start living more through the eyes of you. You allow success to come to you in a much easier way. For real, even the identity, the core identity you hang on to, it's always some kind of significance. For myself, so much of self-sabotage back in the day would come from me having the core identity of a self-destructive artist. That's what ran me. Self-destructive artist. And the pattern that ran me is I had to build some amount of success and be right at the finish line of moving up to the next level So I'm at the finish line. All I have to do is take the step, right? That's it. And instead of taking the step, what would I do? I'd destroy it. Why? For no reason at all. Why? Because who else would do that? The average person would just take the step, but not me, because I'm special. I'm the self-destructive artist, never fully allowing myself to succeed, or then I'm no longer self-destructive. But it would push me to create some success to destroy. Some success to destroy. That was the pattern. Made me feel special. Let go of that. What's the pattern? Analyze your life. There's so much info in the patterns that run you. We think things change all the time. That's not true. It's sure, things change externally, but it's still the same patterns underneath it all. What do you keep pulling, like finding yourself back into in terms of experiences, in terms of people, in terms of emotions, in terms of thoughts? There's a famous saying that goes, 90% of the thoughts you had here today are the same thoughts you had yesterday. Same concerns, so on and so forth. Same fears, same emotions every single day. You're living the same movie again and again and again. Let go of that. And again, a big payoff is significance. Could you be normal? Could you be like everyone else? Is being you good enough? That too, we always try to be more than ourselves. We move away from ourselves. When this work is letting go of the resistance around being you. The goal isn't out there, the goal is here. And ultimately, that's what we want. It's for someone, or society, or the universe, or God, or nature, or you name it, to say, hey, it's okay to be you. That's what we want. Do I have enough money? Is it okay to be me now? Hey, do I have enough success? Is it okay to be me now? Did I overcome enough challenges? Is it okay to be me now? Is this okay? Is it okay to feel this? Is it okay to think this? Let go of the resistance and you actually start feeling at home within your body. Like, I want to be me. Most people don't. I wish I was like that person. I wish I was better looking. I wish I had money that they had. I wish I had clothes that they had, so on and so on. I wish I had the life that they had. How do you feel about you? Say you were to see you in the street. Would you feel that way about you? I wish I was like them. Or is it disgust? Like, oh, not that. Well, that's going to affect how you feel about you. You should reach a point where the only person you want to be is you. You would never trade your lives with anyone else. And you're happy to be you. Same with what you're feeling. You're happy to feel what you're feeling. You're happy to live the life you live. Reality matches expectation. And then you're great. Yeah.
How can I discover who I am?
Deep inner work and letting go.
Because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm not you. Now, your question was great, though. How? How do I know who I am? But this is where all of you must be realistic with yourself. Do you really think that there's an answer that I could give you here that would actually give you that answer? Oh, that's who I am. Yes or no? No. Again, miracles don't exist in that sense. It's not like, hey, you just got to look at yourself in the mirror, man. What's your name?
Angelo.
Angelo?
Yes.
Angelo, look at yourself in the mirror and believe, and you will see. You'll see in your eyes. And you'll know. Is that going to do anything? No. But it will get a lot of likes on Instagram. If I put a quote, look in the mirror, look in your eyes, and you'll believe. If you believe it, you can do it. We fall for this. It's like pop culture self-help. If you can dream it, you can do it. Angelo, you just got to dream more. Allow yourself to dream.
I don't believe in this bullshit anymore, man.
Oh, you don't? That's your problem, Angelo. You just got to believe. No, honestly, none of that will fix it. Even a logical breakdown of me breaking down personality and identity and conditioning, right? Social conditioning, how ultimately who you think you are here today isn't the real you. Let that land. The problem is you've been performing for so long, acting through this character, this fake front for so long, that it feels like it's you. This is why advice like be yourself is actually the best advice, but people don't know who they are. What if who you are here is you being fake? And this is why you hear me talk about, it's not fake it till you make it. Because that's assuming you're being real right now. It's act real until you remember. You're being fake right now. So we could dissect all of that, but it's not going to tell you who you are. The only way is, one, challenging yourself. That could be through questions, shadow questions, introspections, exercises and challenges in the real world, summoning up that resistance. The same with scream as loud as you can. It'll trigger the resistance. Well, let's then analyze. What's this resistance? Why might it be there? Break it down. A lot of letting go, and it's through this experience process. And this is what I take my clients through. There's no way around it. If you could get there logically, all of you would have figured it out. Are you all that stupid? Yes, no? No. So you would have figured it out. If you could think your way there, you would have figured it out. Probably a lot of you already know more than enough about your problems. You could write a book about your problems. A whole book. This is where it started. This is where it came from. Here's how it's affected me. Okay, great. Do you still have those problems? Yeah. That's what the intellect does. It learns about problems. It doesn't solve them. Just because you know everything about it doesn't mean you solved it. And what the intellect will do is it will tell you, hey, if you didn't figure it out yet, it means that the solution is just more complex. And that's what we're hoping for. Julien, tell me the complex answer. It's not complex. It's just not in the thinking paradigm. That's letting go. It's through feeling. It's not thinking. Now your mind will say it can't be that simple. It is. And that's what's blocking you. The resistance to the simple approach. Now, simple doesn't mean easy. It's difficult, but it's simple. It can't just be letting go, Julien, can it? Give me the deep, complex, secret answer that you keep in your back pocket. I don't have one. It's that simple. But you got to be open to it. So think of it like this. Here's you. Okay? That's everyone here. You. And there's stuff holding you back. You can't break free. It's like there's this little demon inside, all right? And the demon is pulling you towards failure. But you want to go towards success. That's self-sabotage. Why? It's like there's this tug of war. I'm sure you've all felt it, pulled in two different directions. I want to succeed, but I want to eat healthy, but junk food. I want to work, but Netflix. This pull. What's this demon? I don't know. It depends on you. You all have a unique demon. Now the key isn't, once more, to discipline it. Self-discipline, hustle, self-attack. Go away, demon. It's not going to work. It's understanding the demon and learning how to let go of it. Now, no one can tell you what's fueling this demon and what it's made of. But what people can do is help you discover what kind of demon is there. And then you can let go of it. So how are we going to help you discover it? Well, we're going to take you and we're going to have you walk this path. You're going to walk this path, and as you keep on walking through, there's going to be challenges, exercises that are going to trigger you and ultimately poke at what's going on inside. It's like, let's see here. Let me poke you here. What happens? You poke you there. Psh, what happens? What happens? And maybe I poke you here and the demon's like, "Rah!" and jumps over to this side. There's good data, information. Then I poke you here. The demon jumps there. Then I poke you. The demon doesn't move. All that there is the data that I need and that you need to realize what your demon is made of. Now, what's this path that you go through? And this is my coaching, by the way. There's been over 1,000 people I've coached through this path. And we all think we're so different. We're not. It's one where your experience will be unique to you. No one's going to have the same experience as you. But as you go through this process, you're going to realize things about yourself that will blow your freaking mind. And the path is what I call my levels of transformation, where you can think of at the bottom, there's apathy, grief, fear, anger, courage, desire, purpose, love. That's the path. This is the scale of transformation. Where is there perhaps apathy in your life? What are things you've given up on? Apathy is me versus the world, what's the point? Someone could be in purpose in their job, in apathy with relationships, or in grief with relationships. Then we move up to grief. Me versus the world, but I'm a victim. Me versus the world, but I'm scared. Me versus the world, what am I going to do about it? You could think of these as the competitive states. Now, advice changes as you move up. If someone's in apathy and they have no hope, telling someone in apathy they're a victim is amazing advice. It's the best advice. Now, notice I must be like, what? Telling people they're victims? Good advice? Yeah, because it inspires more hope. If you think, I can't, there's no point, and someone tells you, actually you could, but you're a victim. Oh, you mean I could if I wasn't a victim? There's more hope than I can't no matter what. So you move up. Now you don't want to stay there. That's when you tell someone, hey, step it up, take responsibility. But that's scary. Doesn't it make you mad? Haven't you had enough of this? Yeah, what are you going to do about it? Hustle! Anger. This is the majority of self-help. Grief, fear, anger. The majority of the news, grief, fear, anger. It's ultimately playing not to lose, competitive. Then you move up to collaborative. And that's where it's, well, what does it mean to play to win? Courage. You start tapping into your win. But then usually you play a little too small, and then the ego seeps in the back door, and then you hit desire. And so many people fall into this trap. They start off in these authentic, noble quests, and as soon as it goes a little well, your ego hijacks and steers you astray. And that's where you let go of that, you move into purpose, and then love. And this is what I take people through. And people have crazy experiences. Everyone has a default state, but then everyone has pockets depending on where they find themselves. Advice changes depending on where you're at. What it means for you is if you're at courage and you're applying fear advice, you're applying the wrong advice. If you're in fear and you're applying purpose advice, you're applying the wrong advice. So if you consume videos and content, you don't know where you're at and where that advice goes, it's going to be a shit show. And then people try to jump too high, and then they give up. But ultimately, this is the compass and the map that allows you to sort through all this stuff. It's also the compass and the map that allows you to see within you what's buried inside. It's walk this path and then come out the other side fucking smiling and thriving, and there is no demon, and the demon's your friend, and you realize the demon was you the entire time, and that's why letting go is the way. That's what we're going to go through. But it's going to force you to confront all this. Same here. Here it's get angry. Once you're in anger, it's then forgive. Let go of all that, you get more in touch with yourself. You start trusting yourself more, and then you discover who you are. And you don't discover it by trying to define yourself. You discover it by letting go of the illusions. You don't love yourself by practicing self-love, by the way, either. Only someone who hates themselves have to practice self-love. You get that, right? If you need to sit down and tell yourself loving affirmations, you don't love yourself. Because if you truly did, you would know it and you wouldn't need the affirmations. What is self-love? It's the removal of self-hate. That's it. Let go of self-hate, you love yourself. You don't have to replace it with, I love myself, I love myself. You should just know it. The more you need to tell yourself, I love myself, the more it's saying, I don't love myself, so I got to affirm it. Do you need to, as I always joke about, affirm to yourself how to go to the bathroom? Yes or no? Are you sure? Every day, 10 affirmations in the mirror. I know how to go to the bathroom. I know how to go to the bathroom. Are you sure? Why? Because you know how. Is there any doubt on how to go to the bathroom? Any doubt at all? 1% where you're like, oh, how do we do this already? You all know. So you're telling me you don't need bathroom affirmations, everyone?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Translate that to you, self-love, self-worth. For any of you where it's part of your morning routine, every morning I tell myself 10 times in front of the mirror, I love myself. Now, it doesn't mean that it can't be helpful. If you're someone at the bottom, sure, use it. but it can't become the foundation. Meaning you temporarily use it, like a little kid learning how to go to the bathroom. Sure, tell the kid, I know how to go to the bathroom. I know how to go to the bathroom. Yeah, you do. High five. Temporarily, but not long term. Same here. If you're at the very bottom, you're in a dark place, do the affirmations. But don't make that the default. Eventually, you want to drop that. Because only someone who doesn't love themselves needs to tell themselves or do things and practice self-love. You should be self-love. It should just be just 'cause. Why do you love yourself? Just 'cause. And that too, you shouldn't be able to explain it away. If you're like, I love myself because of all the success I've achieved, well then that means that you would not have loved yourself without that success. So you don't truly love yourself. It can't be in this compensating framework. Why do you love yourself? Just 'cause. What if you had no success? Still love myself. What if you failed? Still love myself. It's just this constant, and that doesn't depend on anything. And this is the real work. But you have to also reach that point where you get disillusioned with the external approach. You realize that approval, action, so on and so forth, although great, it doesn't solve the inside. And there are two games that are being played. Outside in, the more out here, it's going to change what's in here, and inside out. The same with the questions, who am I? Tell me. That's outside in. I don't know. Inside out. If enough people love me, do I love myself? Outside in. Versus no, I love myself. Inside out. The inner always colors the external. The inner always colors the outer. But it's a lot less tangible. It's harder to see. It's less flashy, and it's a lot scarier. Oftentimes, we take so much action to avoid dealing with those inner demons. Even the hustler. Most extreme hustlers, like even personalities you know on YouTube, they can't sit alone with themselves for 2 minutes. They are the most stressed out people 24/7. Now, sure, they've accomplished a lot of money. They'll even flash their little ClickFunnels frame. Look at all the money I made. Yet they can't sit still and relax. What kind of hell is that? Is that really what you want? Would you even wish that on anyone? And some I even know personally. I'm like, do the work. Like, hustle, man, hustle. Let's go. Do the work. That's a golden prison. You're just at the top of the prisoners. It's like you're a little gladiator in the arena, and you're the gladiator who gets the good steaks. But you still have to go fight and be stressed out. And ultimately, that's what money and success does. It doesn't change anything. It amplifies what's there. It amplifies the patterns. If you're right now hating yourself and trying to distract yourself, guess what money and success is going to do? It's going to give you more ways to distract yourself. But you're still distracting yourself. If you're numbing yourself, oh, I need to drink. I can't afford much, so I get the cheapest alcohol. Here's all the money. Now you can afford amazing cocktails and fancy-ass wine bottles, but you're still numbing yourself. I'm going to play my PlayStation. Distract. Here's a ton of money. Okay, I'm on a yacht. Still distracting yourself. The patterns remain. Money amplifies what's there. Same with success. In the end, you're always left with you and your relationship to the present moment. Let that land. You're always left with the relationship with you and the relationship to the present moment. If you don't like yourself now, more money, more success, more looks, more external change isn't going to make you like you more. And if you don't like the present moment, changing things out here isn't going to make you like the present moment anymore. It follows you. Because wherever you go, there you are. You'll find your way back to it. The same as if you're used to complaining all the time, the worst thing someone could do to you is eliminate any reason to complain. You will go mad. You will go insane. Like say it's physically impossible to complain about anything anymore. Everything actually goes your way. You can't complain. You think you'd be happy? You go insane. You're like, I must complain about something. That stuff follows you. So again, it's about changing this. And it's not like, we always think like feeling love and fulfilled and purpose is the destination. That's bullshit. It's the foundation. It's not this thing you build up to. Put it behind you and then crush it from there.